The next question we'd like to ask is, what would you say is the most important thing you learned personally from your research?
The most important thing? That's a really challenging question.
Is there something that just stood out in your research maybe?
I think the most important thing that I've learned in the research that I've done, let me just explain something about the research that I've done. Most of it has been about the experiences of students with learning disabilities or dyslexia learning mathematics. So understanding that through memoir, understanding that through interviews and like ethnography, or so being with kids in classrooms and watching them over time. And in all that research, a couple of things have stood out. One, all of these kids, whether they had autism or dyslexia or a learning disability or intellectual disabilities, were capable of mathematical thinking. And that's, I think, really important. Secondly, I learned that their experiences in math class had often been not just didn't work for them instructionally, but didn't work for them emotionally. So there was a lot of feelings like, I definitely can't do this, a lot of anxiety around mathematics that are caused, not completely, but in part by our teaching practices. Mm-hmm. So understanding how emotional learning mathematics is, especially if you think of yourself as somebody who's not good at it, really helped me understand that experience and helps me as I try to help teachers design classrooms that are more inclusive. Because if we don't think about how it feels to learn mathematics, not just what's effective or what instructional model we want to use, but how it feels, I just don't think we're going to make progress with kids, with any kid, because it's an emotional experience to learn.
And you're listening to the kids by looking at that research, which is giving us insight into how they're feeling about it and how we can approach it differently.
And at times it's been really sad to listen or to spend all day with some really sad narratives about schooling, but it has not all been sad. So I've done research in classrooms, amazing teachers who have helped kids like rediscover their mathematical potential. And that is what I want to do more of, because not just is it more positive, but I think we learn so much from not just what's going wrong, but from what can go right between a teacher and kids, and what can be a really wonderful, beautiful, inclusive classroom where all kids are